Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kristen Wagner. I'm the Assistant Director for Global Online and Graduate Studies here at California University of Pennsylvania. I would like to welcome all of you to our webinar today, Advanced Manufacturing Leads to Advanced Opportunities. This webinar addresses the need for technology management now and into the future, explaining the importance of the field, the core concepts of managing the production of goods and service, and the widespread applications from local business to the global marketplace. In addition, the importance of certification and how to gain certifications in the field are explained. Before we get started, I would like to also point out that we do have a chat option there, so feel free to send any questions that you have. We will address those at the end of the presentation with a short Q&A session. Our presenter today is Dr. Larry Horvath. Dr. Horvath is a professor here at California University of Pennsylvania in the Applied Engineering and Technology Department. He has taught at Cal U for 28 years and is the program coordinator for the Bachelor of Science Industrial Technology Management Global Online program. Dr. Horvath's educational background includes a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology and a Master of Science in Technology Production Management from Eastern Illinois University, a Doctor of Philosophy in Industrial, Vocational, and Technical Education with a concentration in Industrial Engineering from Texas A&M University, and a Master of Science in Multimedia Technology from California University of Pennsylvania. So with that said, I will now turn our webinar over to Dr. Horvath.
Thank you, Kristen. Hello, everyone. I hope you're having a great day. I would like to explore how technology management, specifically industrial technology management, can provide you with greater opportunities in the workforce. I will begin by stating the goals and objectives. We want to define what manufacturing is and explain how you, as a technology manager, either practicing or potentially, contribute to the field, explore the opportunities that will prepare you for being a technology manager, discover the ways to get certified in areas related to technology management, and finally give you an opportunity to ask questions. Simply stated, advanced manufacturing is the use of innovative technology to improve products or processes. That sounds fine, and one can start there, but what does that actually mean? And another definition that I like to use is advanced manufacturing involves and you can read this, rapid responsible use of cutting-edge technologies and practices in order for manufacturers to remain competitive and efficient while maintaining quality standards. That's a long-winded statement that really says that you should be rapid and responsible, knowledgeable, and efficient in applying the technologies that we're going to speak of here in a moment. So I leave you with the question here, which technologies would those be? Well, for our intents and purposes, we're talking about process technologies, obviously those that are associated with processes, and the product technologies. Process technologies generally focus on implementations and design, creating either new or improving existing operations, and then managing the process from start to finish. Again, focusing on the process. For our purposes, this would include CAD, CAM, CAE, computer-aided engineering. What we focus on here is more of the additive manufacturing, rapid prototyping, simulation in terms of augmented reality, virtual reality, high precision manufacturing and nanotechnology manufacturing, high levels of automation and autonomous production, cyber technologies, which is a rapidly growing field involving anything doing with the internet, web control, IoT, sustainable methods, and green technologies. And finally, by quality planning and analysis, and as you can see here, the Lean Six Sigma. In contrast to those process technologies, you have the product technologies, which focus on improving design capabilities, new materials, new solutions, marketable solutions responding to consumer needs and wants, researching new materials and compounds for more complex products. This would include your shape memory alloys, for example, shape memory polymers, improving the reliability, recyclability, and affordability of products both now and to the future, and advanced design capabilities that reduce your concept to market response time. The catchphrases of the day, if you go back for the last few years, include design for manufacture, design for maintenance, design for flexibility, and they all focus on designing the future. But wait, there's more. Here I've given you a link and a short example of what Richard Watson posted in an article of March of this year, and what is termed the disruptive technologies. This is based on research by London's Imperial College, what they're calling the Foresight team, who focused on research into near time technologies, 20 years out, 20 years and beyond, and then those that they felt were perhaps unreachable. Advanced manufacturing looks at some of these possibilities, and you as the technology manager needs to be prepared to address those. I'll leave these here, but some of these are very interesting. You can look for DNA data storage, crypto technologies, cryptocurrency, smart dust. Each of these has its own particular both advantages and disadvantages. So again, I can leave you with that. The technology manager needs to be prepared to adapt to those technologies, things that may occur in the future, as well as what's happening now. Address what might be a potential threat, impact, opportunity, and realize that these exist both now and in the future. So, looking at changes in the production and process technologies, you might refer to that list and look at the potential impacts on human resources, the nature of work itself. Many of us work from home often, and the psychological aspects, both within and outside the workplace. What do these technologies and how do these technologies affect the technology manager as a human being and as a social individual? So now we focus on the technology manager. What is a technology management professional? Well, I'm glad you asked. The Association of Technology Management and Applied Engineering, which is the accrediting body for technology management, defines it as a field concerned with the supervision of personnel throughout the entire range of technical and technological systems, including the areas listed here. This may or may not satisfy you in terms of a definition, but it does cover the major responsibilities in manufacturing and as a technology management professional. Going further, what career opportunities do you see in advanced manufacturing? Some job titles are listed here. I just sat down with a recruiter yesterday who was looking for a particular set of skills in cathodic corrosion protection, also some design aspects, non-destructive testing, non-destructive evaluation. The job title may not necessarily accurately reflect what the particular career involves. However, you see these titles and others related to it in manufacturing plants, engineering firms, consultants, construction companies and contractors, nonprofit and charitable organizations, hospital and advanced care facilities, retail sales and marketing, public utilities, and various positions in the government. Up to, I like to tell people that technology management involves everyone from the local baker to the Department of Defense inclusive. So it's very widespread, very diverse, and very ubiquitous. Technology management itself, I use the analogy that you can compare that to the NFL running back. Yes, the quarterback is the CEO, but the technology manager is trained to see both the challenges and opportunities in front of him, recognize the strength and weakness of his own team, but be creative enough to create, focus, and expand on opportunities as they come up, both now and into the future. And you have to have the confidence to drive through to success. While this analogy may be applied loosely, you can think of the manager as a multidisciplinary venture that integrates skills, knowledge, and understanding from a variety of disciplines. And you might include human resources, personnel, the number of pieces involved in the modern technological systems grows every day. You have to be more of a communications technician, information technician, programmer often. So all of these various pieces have to be integrated into the design and production of both goods and services. So how would one prepare to meet this increasing challenge? Well, as I just mentioned, these skills are wide and varied. I've done my best to summarize them here, but I haven't even come close to scratching the surface. Oftentimes you need the math and computer and statistical skills to be able to work with budgets and production figures, both as a forecasting technique and to see where you're at it currently. You have to gain an understanding of the supply chain and all the pieces that fit into that, and what factors influence it from producer to consumer, and what information you need to provide back to the producer to be efficient and effective. You have to see the big picture, whatever the process, product, or service that you're studying, and how factors contribute to a success or failure. This might also include the weather, and you have to predict how that will affect you both now and later down the road. You're constantly making decisions and creating innovative solutions to problems that you may or may not have ever encountered or expected to encounter. You have to maintain and apply appropriate quality standards, practices, planning, and analysis. Keep accurate record keeping, work with other departments, and maintain a quality, healthy relationship with those you supervise, your colleagues and peers, and your superiors. It seems like the technology manager juggles quite a few hats. So, the education required. I provide a snapshot here, and I'll click on the link in a moment. These are occupations similar or related to industrial production manager. And as you'll see, these all require a bachelor's degree. Clicking on here, you see the U.S. Department of Labor, Bureau of Labor Statistics. You see the median pay for these particular jobs. Clicking on any of these, you will be brought up to what this particular job occupation does. And we are going to get to this on the next slide, but the particular duties, the outlook for the next 10 years are all predictable. The average production supervisor for the state of Pennsylvania is over $61,000 a year. Requiring a bachelor's degree, where can you get this experience? Small commercial here, California University of Pennsylvania is where. So, taking a quick commercial break, the California University of Pennsylvania offers a bachelor's degree in industrial technology management. I will click it. This is the web page devoted to such. You can provide more information about careers in, program highlights. Here's what I wanted to point out, that we have 100% job placement rate for the last 5 years, various outcomes, and specifications under the particular degree. It is a 2+2 program where you have to have an associate degree, and then we will focus on the last 60 credits in an online program, 100% online. Enter at any point. It's offered in a predictable series, 4 semesters. You can be completed, or any pace that you would like to. For example, we like to use the catchphrase, at your own pace, at your own place. They're in-demand transferable skills that you can apply into a variety of careers. And we want to provide you the opportunity to also spend a semester working in an industrial setting, in an internship, or investigating a relative topic beyond the classroom experience in a research project. Courses and skills that you're looking at, obviously production project and operations management, quality planning and control, production inventory control, safety management, cost analysis, manufacturing operations and supervision, and finally supply chain fundamentals. These would be course and course titles that you take. We're trying to prepare you to offer effective solutions to both the challenges that you'll face today and those that you may face in the future, by sharpening your management skills, making you critical thinkers, leaders, supervisors, communicators, and improving your current employment situation, or helping you maintain and maintain productive employment. One quick fact here, and there's some certification topics coming up, but manufacturing is Pennsylvania's 3rd largest industry, employing more than 10% of the available workforce. So many of these positions throughout the state remain vacant because they require a bachelor's degree. I'll show you this quickly. Here's the Department of Community and Economic Development, and it has facts, figures, and information related to manufacturing in Pennsylvania. So there's a need, there's a want, a desire. Often, however, it requires certification. This being some product that says that you have received proper instruction, proper training, and can provide these solutions that we're talking about. Through the bachelor's degree in industrial technology management, you have the opportunity to gain an OSHA 30-hour card. Through the course, there's a $5 fee for the card. And you have also had the opportunity, although it's not required, to be certified in Lean Six Sigma. The different belt levels, depending on how well you do on the exam. Exam pricing is shown here. It's not that difficult. For the student, it's $25 for certification, $25 for membership. For the professional, $50 for certification, $100 a year for membership. So, through the bachelor's degree here at CalU, you can gain a 30-hour OSHA card and Lean Six Sigma credential, which puts you head and shoulders above those who do not have those credentials. I've provided some short answers here. Often hear, how much will I make? Average of all in this area with a technology management degree, you can see what the salary ranges are and the volume or quantity. Different areas have different salary ranges. You see, very lucrative. Local media, especially in Pennsylvania, provide some support in terms of education and fostering the need for technology management. Here's a recent article talking about how technology management fulfills a need for those who provide a better solution for manufacturing now and into the future. The U.S. Department of Labor, I said, here's specifically industrial production managers, their median pay, entry-level education, etc. Provides information on what they do, what the job outlook is like, and related occupations. And that's what I showed you earlier. The organizations related to technology management, I showed you the Association of Management and Applied Engineering website earlier. This is by the National Association of Manufacturers, and it shows various reports and facts related to manufacturing and the growth of the industry. And finally, more locally in the southwest corner of Pennsylvania, you have the Pennsylvania Industrial Resource Network. So, with all this preparation, certification, and skills, knowledge, and understanding of manufacturing, what can you do with that? Well, recently we had a graduate who was recruited right out of school, and she went to work for a company called Mechanical Engineering Systems Associates, MESA, in engineering design and technical support. She continues to work in the field and has since got 2 other positions based on her experience. And we have Paul, who graduated 2 years, it's actually now 3 years ago, and was recruited by the U.S. Army. He went career military and is now in the helicopter flight school, where he's applying both his training and his preparation from CalU. A third example that I provide here is an older gentleman that was looking to re-enter the workforce after being laid off for a period of about 2 years after he'd worked at the same job for 15 years. He got his associate. 10 years prior, he finished up his bachelor's degree in technology management. There was no problem, no issue. And now he works as sales manager for a metal fabricator. Very happy with his change in career. Some graduates decide to come back to school, some don't. Some go on to other facilities, but they're all prepared to supervise, design, apply, create a budget, manage a project, establish a safety program, quality program, evaluate all constituents in the supply chain from producer and consumer, logistics, storage, transportation, demonstrate an attitude of confidence and professional behavior associated with effective management. They represent the future. So here are some diverse fields which we've sent graduates into. Here's job titles that we've received back from people. Like I say here, you have 100% job placement for the last 5 years, and we expect that to continue. So that's pretty much my presentation. I thank you for listening. Do we have any questions, Kristen?
Thank you, Dr. Horvath. That was very informative. So we appreciate your time with us today to present that webinar. Now is the time to ask any questions that you may have. Feel free to type them in the chat box at the bottom of your screen there. Or if you would like to unmute yourself, feel free to do that as well. Any questions? Okay, well, if there are no questions, I want to thank all of you for joining us today and hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Bye.
Thank you all.